You know you still owe me 5 sovereigns, Elf.
I'm good for it.
So you think you can win the coin from Isabella? Good luck with that. Coming to the Hanged Man for wicked grace later?
Never miss it.
Master Hawk, I must speak with you. You're the only one that can help. The Wardens mounted an expedition to retrace your route through the deep roads to discover whatever it is you found years ago. It's a fool's errand, and my poor brother is with them. Nathaniel Howe. Nathaniel is a good man worth saving.
Are you related to Arl Rendon Howe, the Butcher of Denerim?
Much to my shame, I am. But do not blame the children for the sins of the father.
Why were Wardens interested in our expedition?
Maker help me, I have no idea. My brother never tells me these things.
Wardens range into the deep roads all the time.
But he's been gone far too long. Something terrible's happened. I'd tell the Wardens, but by the time I reach Vigil's Keep... my poor brother...
Do you know any other details?
I know almost nothing. Nathaniel never speaks about the Wardens. It was only happenstance that I heard your name mentioned. Please, go back to the deep roads. Find my brother. You must.
Of course. Andraste's grace be with you. May the Maker forgive you.
Many Qunari fell in Kirkwall when we departed. I am sent to gather their swords. If you find a Qunari sword, return it to me.
What do I get if I bring one to you?
It is reward enough to complete a worthy task. But if you crave gold, that can be arranged.
Don't you want their bodies too?
Their husks serve no purpose. The weapons shall satisfy a demand of the Qun.
I'll keep an eye out.
You will find me here.
See you there.
Catastrophe has struck, partner. We are ruined. Ruined!
It's always something with this mine.
A cart came back from the Boon Pit, half-wrecked, with a dozen mangled bodies. The horse pulling the cart was the only survivor, and it does not speak. Town full of rotten mages, and not one can get answers from a horse.
I'll check it out. You keep interrogating that horse.
I knew I could depend on you. Just like old times, partner.
Anything interesting going on?
I'm waiting for Rory to relieve me. I've been standing here for hours.
I didn't need to.
Ah, the champion of Kirkwall. Your reputation precedes you. Forgive me. I should introduce myself properly. My name is Nancio Caldera Lanos. I am a noble from the beautiful country of Antiva.
It must have taken a lot of practice to say that all in one breath.
It's mostly to impress the ladies, I assure you. I've come to ask your help, champion. Hiding among the Dalish is an elven assassin I've been chasing for months. He's a master manipulator who will endanger even his own kind to ensure his survival.
You don't seem the type to hunt assassins. Why are you after him?
At first, it was merely duty to Antiva. But after losing so many good men to him, it became personal. He's nothing but a murderer, a thief, and a liar.
You want me to use my wily ways to find out where the Dalish are hiding this elf?
That is part of it, yes. This elf is very dangerous, and he must be brought in before he kills again. I've heard of your dealings with the Dalish. I was hoping you could go where my men could not. Find out where the assassin is hiding, and apprehend him.
I'll see what I can do.
One of the Dalish, a woman named Varia, is a friend of his. I suggest speaking with her first.
We won't be here when you get back. We got a campsite outside the city. Look for us there.
This will help. It better.
Come here, you bastard!
I was speaking to Donick the other day.
Since when do you talk with my husband?
He comes to the mansion once a week. We play Diamondback.
What? Why am I not invited to these games?
He says you get angry when you lose.
I do not. All right, perhaps I do. Still, that's no reason not to tell me.
It is if he's a betting man.
I disavow all knowledge of gambling occurring in my household.
A dragon attacked your mine. Everyone is dead.
Dear Maker. What of my equipment? Did it seem salvageable?
No. And neither did the workers who died trying to save it.
Oh, my heart. So many years of investment. I am ruined. Ruined! I'm sorry, champion. I appreciate your help, but I sank all my coin into that rotten mine. I have nothing left to pay you.
Give me the bone pit. Perhaps in a few years I can get it back in order.
What? Ha! Fine, take it. I wash my hands of this cursed venture.
Thank you for that tip, Fenris.
You caught them then?
Yes, a whole nest of slave runners working out of the Undercity.
I imagine you imprisoned them?
Sadly, they never made it to prison.
You always know how to make me smile, Aveline.
The Merchants Guild has their fingers in all these pies. Well, not the actual pies. They're clean as far as I know.
Free drinks for the guards. But accept, and you wake up in the alley.
Your uncle must be happy to have his hovel back to himself.
So, you've done well for yourself. I had my doubts the first time I saw you, but I guess there was something to that Hawk fellow Leandra ran off with after all. You made a pretty good son anyway. Your mother would be proud.
I just wish Mother had lived to see me become champion.
I know Leandra, and she'd be absolutely glowing from all the praise that's been heaped on you. I don't say this often, but we're the only family we've both got left. For a long time, I thought the Amel line in Kirkwall would end at me. I'm glad you've pulled it out of the grave. So, you're into elves, huh? I guess I don't have to ask which one of you's the girl. Single-handedly saved the city from the heathens, huh? The Viscount should have paid me a finder's fee. Leave that alone. There are things in my life that don't actually involve you, you know. Stay out of my business, boy.
That note mentioned the gem of Kereshek. What's that?
It's nothing. Never mind.
This gem sounds pretty impressive. It has a name and everything.
Ah, don't be stupid. I lost everything chasing that gem. Our fortune, our home, even Mara.
I would have put our wealth into something profitable, like Orlesian wigs or nugskin coats.
Our? Get this, you self-righteous ass. You got no claim on that coin. Why don't you head back to your fancy house in Hightown and stay out of my damn business? Single-handedly saved the city from the heathens, huh? The Viscount should have paid me a finder's fee.
You're too quiet, Varric.
I'm thinking of switching to romances. Nothing? Not even a foreboding frown?
I am content. Write what you will.
Well, that certainly takes the fun out of it. Contentment in the barracks? Who'll pay to hear that shit?
And I should have thought of it years ago.
If you think that was bad, I should tell you about the Black Marsh.
See, when you say things like that, Blondie, it just makes me glad I didn't know you sooner. Who goes to a place named Black Marsh on purpose? Now, they called it Beer Marsh. No, still doesn't work.
You've got a point. The marsh part does cancel out anything else. Flower Marsh, Kitten Marsh. No, no good. Ah, you've got company. I'll see you later.
Hawk, what can I do for you?
What was Anders here for?
Only place in Kirkwall he can get a decent drink. Blondie comes by here and I put him on my tab. He's got some stories about his days in Ferelden that sound implausible, even to me. He's not bad for a mage. Crazy, but that's most everyone in this city.
I wouldn't say no to a pint.
I should make you buy the drinks, oh champion of Kirkwall.
So, what's the word in Lowtown, Varric?
Nothing you don't know already. The Viscount's departure, a vacuum of power, troubles brewing. Get rid of one thread and another appears. I'm starting to think this city's in love with Crisis. Hope you're ready for it, my friend. I'm keeping Bianca close. My palatial suite in the Hanged Man is your palatial suite, Hawk. Make yourself at home. So, you and Hawk?
What about us?
I want to make sure I get all the details right when I tell this story. Did he sweep you off your feet? I'm assuming he did the sweeping. He's taller than you. Awkward otherwise.
I'm not telling you anything but this. There was no actual sweeping involved.
Every little bit helps, Elf.
Oh, that looks like the house special. Whiskey flavored with rat droppings.
You don't have to keep checking up on me. I'm fine.
I'm just here for the rat-flavored whiskey.
Right. Remember what you said after the mess with the Kunari.
I'm proud of you for doing the right thing.
It may have been the right thing, but it was also the dumb thing. The relic was mine. I should have kept running.
I couldn't have saved Kirkwall without you.
Bullshit. You could have stormed the keep and slaughtered all those Canari if you had to. You and Aveline. I mean, look at her. She's a woman-shaped battering ram. The fact is, you and I have nothing in common anymore. You're a champion, and I'm just a lying, thieving snake.
Whatever you think you are, I still care about you. It must have been hard to give up the relic, and I appreciate it. Whatever comes, you have my support.
Well, perhaps it's time to stop hiding. And I do miss the trouble we used to get into. Tell you what, I'll be here if you need me. Anything interesting happening around town?
This ale. It would...
Breaks of it tomorrow.
Are you the ones who sent the note about the gem of Kerashek?
We were beginning to think you wouldn't show. It's rude to keep people waiting, you know? It's not like I don't got things to do.
To inconvenience an upstanding citizen such as yourself. My, where are my manners?
Don't talk down to me. I ain't stupid. See, we was hired to give you a note. But this gem of Kerashek thing the note talks about, we decided we want that instead. You better hand it over.
I'm surprised you know what a note is, let alone know how to read one.
I don't need to know how to read. All I need to know is which end of the sword goes where. We aren't going anywhere without that gem. Isn't there a mallet hanging on the wall in Gamlen's house?
Varric, how does one get made a paragon?
The Assembly votes on it. Enough votes, and bam! You're a living god.
You should ask to be made a paragon of manliness.
Oh, I like the way you think, Raveni. But one doesn't just ask to be made a paragon.
Why not? Everyone can see you're a paragon of manliness. It's just a matter of making it official.
What do you want now?
What in the Maker's name is a wallop mallet?
Haven't played wallop since I was a kid. Still got my mallet up on the wall, though. Last time I was any good at something.
You seem especially broody today.
Does it bother you? Should I stop?
No, don't stop. But could you add some smoldering to the routine? Just for me?
Smolder?
Oh, and while you're at it, perhaps some cold insolence.
You want me to smolder and be cold at the same time? Those don't go together.
Shush. Don't distract me with your logic. Isn't that sacred tree thing we wanted here in the alienage?
Must we come here? I hate these alienages.
Well, we found the tree the wallop mallet's made from. Now what?
Wallop mallet? You must be the one I'm supposed to give this note to.
This person is like an underpaid brothel wench. He enjoys leading us on.
I was given a few coins to hand this over to whoever came asking about wallop mallets. Unfortunately, the person was hooded, and it was dark. I didn't get a good look. Obviously a human, though. No mistaking that. Even hooded, you all look alike.
A warehouse? I don't like being led around. Unless leashes are involved. And they're not.
Come on, Daisy. You've been holed up in here for days. If you don't get some sunshine, you'll wilt.
I'm not a plant, Beric. I'm fine.
Just take a walk around the Lowtown Market. Get some air, and I'll stop bothering you.
I know you mean well, but I have too much to do right now.
I'll let you talk some sense into her, Hawk.
Beric is very sweet. Frequently infuriating and a terrible busybody, but sweet. Were you looking for me? Nothing's wrong, is it?
I'm sure something is wrong somewhere in Kirkwall. But right now it can wait.
And I'm being a poor host, as usual. In the market the other day, out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw Tamlin. I blinked, and he was gone. I don't know what it meant. Maybe nothing. Maybe I'm going mad. I miss them all. Even the Keeper.
You miss Keeper Marathari? Are you feverish? Did you take a blow to the head?
I must have. I even miss her scolding me. I wish I could have seen it. It doesn't matter. I'm here now. Maybe Varric was right. Shall we go out for a bit? I could use some sunshine. Elgonon, 6 years in this place and I still can't fix the holes in the roof.
Have I mentioned that I hate this part of town? Maker, help me. I'd rather go to the Merchants Guild.
Fish, fish, and more fish. Boah. Let's look for those crates.
Well, here are the crates we were looking for.
Something seems off.
It's a trap!
I'm surprised they sent so many men just to capture someone like Gambler.
It's time to end this charade.
So, Gamlen couldn't even be bothered to come himself. I should have expected he'd send you, cousin.
I didn't know you had such a pretty little cousin, Hawk.
I have a cousin.
Gamlen never told you. Of course he didn't. Why would he?
Sorry to interrupt this touching family reunion, but we have unfinished business here.
Veld! What are you doing here?
Mekkel is dead. That bastard killed him.
What's a Mekkel?
My brother. Mekkel was my brother, and you killed him.
That doesn't make sense. Mekkel was just supposed to hand over the note.
You really think we didn't read it? We know about the gem charade. Hand it over. I won't let Mekkel's death be for nothing.
You let your brother go up against someone like Hawk for a stupid gem? You know what? I did find the gem, but you're not getting your pathetic little hands on it, Veld.
Fine. We'll do this the hard way.
You're pretty useful in a fight. You don't take after Gamlen at all.
And I wouldn't have taken you for his daughter. What with being able to fight?
I guess I should take that as a compliment. My mother, Mara, she left Gamlen before I was born. He was so fixated on finding that stupid gem, I doubt he even noticed she was gone. She told me about Gamlen before she died last year. I didn't even know about him.
You told Veld you had the gem. Were you lying?
Not at all. I found the gem. I managed to pull off what Gamlen couldn't.
You say Gamlen is obsessed with this gem, but he never mentioned it before your note turned up.
Maybe he didn't want you to know about it.
He mentioned he lost a lot searching for the gem. Maybe he gave up on it.
That would be a surprise, to say the least.
Next time you want to talk to someone, maybe try knocking on their door first.
Oh yes, that sounds brilliant. Just show up on his doorstep and say, "Hi, I'm your daughter." I doubt that would go over well. I just wanted to see, I don't know, how far he'd go for something he really wanted. And then he doesn't even show up. I baited him with the one thing I thought would get his attention.
He's got some good qualities. You might be surprised.
Really? What do you think I should do?
I think you should go talk to Gamlen. Does he even know about you?
I'm not sure.
Having family might be more worthwhile than you think.
Maybe give him a chance before you write him off.
I think I will. Having a cousin turned out to be a good thing. Maybe having a father will too.
Piece of cake. After all this, the life of a pirate's going to be a bit dull, isn't it?
I know. I'll have to steal myself another Canary relic.
The scary thing is, I don't know if you're joking.
Of course I'm joking. I'm not getting involved with those people again. No. This time, I'll steal the Queen of Antiva. There's no way that could go wrong.
You've got to realize this is kind of new to me. I didn't know Mara had a baby. If I did, I would have, I don't know, gone after her or something.
She used to say I was so much like you, and I didn't even know who you were. I guess I wanted to see for myself. I need some time to think about all this, but if it's all right, I'd like to come back and talk more.
I think I'd like that. Keep, safe.
Looks like you two had a good talk.
It was bloody awkward, that's what.
She looks nothing like you. Thank the Maker for small miracles, hmm?
Really? Hey. You know, I may not say this very often, but I'm glad you're one of the family. But seriously, next time, stay out of my damn business, boy.